Good morning or afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Soul Cooking with Tea. I'm your host, Tawana Carlton. So, hope that you are warm wherever you are in the country. Hope that you are safe. I know that on the East Coast, you had a winter storm. A winter came through. From my hometown in Troy, Alabama, we're not used to having snow. And I'm thankful for those that shared your pictures, your posts, because I got a chance to be with you all in the snow because I love the snow. But living here in Southern California, I don't get a chance to see the snow unless I go to the mountains. So I wanted to take time and say that I hope that you all are safe, warm in your homes or in your respective places. And again, I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen for another episode of Soul Cooking with Tea. Last week, we had a family emergency, and so we wasn't able to come on. So I wanted to come on today to make sure that I came on because I don't like to not come on. And so I thank you for those that watch us live. Thank you for those that watch the replay. And we're just so thankful. And so today, as you probably saw my post, we're doing spaghetti. And we're also, with the spaghetti, I like to have salad with my spaghetti. And I also like to have garlic bread. And sometimes I like to add just a little cheese to my bread. So this morning, I wanted to show you share with you a recipe that I found on Food Network, and I've tried it, and I wanted to make sure I shared it with you this morning. It's a salad dressing, so you can go on Food Network. A little tongue-tied this morning, but that's okay, and you can see the full recipe on there. And so make sure, like I said, you can go on there, and so that you can see it, and see, how I made it, and from the recipe. Like I said, a little tongue-tied this morning, but that's okay. So what I'm going to make is a simple salad dressing. And so I know that I talked quite a bit on some of my videos about the love, and it's about the love that we share in our kitchen, and that's the thing about the love. Like I said, I'm from down south, and so in our kitchen and in our home, we share a lot of love. And so sometimes I talk about some of the things that I use in the kitchen. So this morning, like I said, it's all about the love that you put in your food. And so this morning I wanted to share another memory that I have. So as you can see, I have two different type. This is a half a cup and this is a cup. And this cup has a few dents and bents and bruises, but it has the love. These measuring cups I have here is measuring cups I grew up that my grandmother had. These measuring cups are the measuring cups that her mother used, and we are able to use those cups, and I'm thankful that they have stood the test of time. And so this morning I want to share, like I said, a salad dressing recipe that I found on Food Network that we've tried and we've enjoyed it. And so I wanted to share it with you all. And so that's why I say that the cooking is about the love that you put in. And so we're going to make a simple salad dressing. Like I said, remember, I'm old school, I'm from the South, and so we have our jar that we're going to make some salad dressing in this morning. So we're going to use, let me see here, it calls for 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, and let's see if I can get the top off. If not, guess what? I'm going to have to ask my cameraman if he can. I'm going to pass it to him to open the balsamic vinegar. And as he's doing that, I'll go ahead, we have to use a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. So let me go ahead and get the olive oil open. And it calls for a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. So here we go. Here's a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Just pour that in. Hopefully I won't make too much of a mess. Okay, that's that one. Okay, it also calls for 1 teaspoon of honey. So we got the teaspoon. Let's get the honey. Let's go ahead and open the honey. If you're joining me live, if you don't mind, if you could share where you're from, where you're watching Soul Cooking with Tea from this morning. We got to have 1 teaspoon of honey. Whatever honey you desire to use, that's up to you. This is the honey we have, which is raw and unfiltered honey. So we add that to the jar. So you'll see it's real thick, so I use my fingers. Let's add that to the jar. Okay. I'll put that in the sink. Let me wash my hands. All right. So my cameraman has gotten the top off for me. So if you don't mind, can you pass me the balsamic vinegar? And for the balsamic vinegar, I need 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Okay, so 1/4. And like I said, these cups are made with love, so that's the love that I put in to my food. Okay, we got 1/4 cup of the balsamic vinegar. Okay, let's add that to the jar. Okay, now the recipe also calls for 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1/8 teaspoon of ground black pepper. So what I found was gourmet grinds, and it's pepper and salt mix. And I found this at the 99-cent store. What I like to do is I like to bargain shop. So you don't always have to buy the most expensive. You can find some great buys at your local 99-cent stores, your local dollar stores, and there's other stores out there. So and it already has a grinder on it. So you don't have to have buy an expensive grinder. They already have it for you. So we're just gonna put in here the seasoning. It's a little hard. All right, we got it going now. And like I said, sometimes we don't measure. So we just eye it, and that's one thing about Southern cooking. We sometimes don't measure. We just eye what we're doing. Let me get a knife here. Okay. So it also calls for 1 whole garlic clove peel. As you can see, my garlic is already peeled, and so we have to mash it, and that releases the aroma and everything. Okay, so you see I mashed it. Just drop it in. So now, make sure whatever jar or container that you use, make sure it is tight on your container, because when you go to shake it up, you don't want to have the juices everywhere in your kitchen and have another mess that you have to clean up. And so you just shake it just like that. Shake well. After you use it, if you don't use it all, you can put it in your refrigerator and it will last up for a week in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna get a spoon. We're gonna taste it. You may, if you want to, want to add a little bit more honey. It's just totally up to you about that. Or if you don't have enough salt, pepper, that's totally up to you. You may want to add a little bit more. It's just to your taste. So let's taste this. It looks delicious. That honey in there. Oh my goodness, it is sweet. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna set this to the side, and that's gonna be our salad dressing, which you can see here. What I did was I bought a prepared salad mix. Sometimes I will go in the store and buy my own, get the lettuce and all the carrots and onions and different types of lettuce and mix it together. But sometimes I just want to do it real quick. And so I just go in to my local store, whatever it may be, and I just buy a bag of salad mix. And by having families, you know, sometimes you don't have quite enough time to come home and make a, you know, full salad. So it is okay, I say it's okay, to come home, just buy you a pre-pack of salad mix, and then all thing you have to do is add extra whatever you want. So here I have a small cup with sliced tomatoes that I cut up, and I also cut up a cucumber because I love cucumber. So it's just totally up to you what you want to add to your salad. And so we're going to sit this salad to the side. Like I said, we already have our salad dressing. And so if you would join me over at the stove, because I said we were doing spaghetti today. And so I wanted to show you how we, as I say we, my family and I enjoy our spaghetti. Here in this pot, I've already cooked my spaghetti. As you can see, it's still kind of steaming. I've already drained it. So make sure you cook your spaghetti according to the packaging. And so in this skillet here, I've ground about maybe a half a pound of ground beef. Some people like turkey. I've never tried it with turkey or chicken, ground chicken. We prefer ground beef. So I've already cooked it, drained it, and the seasoning, I just added a little garlic salt to it. Also, when I was cooking my spaghetti, I just added just a couple of sprinkles of garlic salt. It just gives the spaghetti just a little more flavor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add my ground beef because I've already drained it. Like I said, make sure when you are cooking whatever your meat is, and especially with ground beef, make sure you take it out of whatever you cooked it in, and make sure you drain the grease off of it, because you do not want that extra oil in your spaghetti. Okay, so now I've added my ground beef to it. Use any sauce that you like. We've tried this Newman's, has a great flavor, and so we like it. So today we're using fire roasted tomato and garlic. So what I'm going to do is just turn on the stove a little bit. Bless you, that's my cameraman. So I'm gonna add some this to it, just like that. We like to make sure, I don't like stiff spaghetti, not at all, no way, form, or fashion. And so I sometimes add more spaghetti sauce to my spaghetti, because like I said, we don't want it stiff, and we want it to be very saucy, but not too overpowering. So I'll use probably this second jar also in here, just like that. Okay. So now I'm gonna mix it up and get it all going. Let's turn the eye down a little bit, just like that. Ooh, like I said, we need smell-o-vision, smell of something, because this smells delicious. And you see, it's not too stiff. The sauce is mixing well, and I'm just mixing it up, just like that. Ooh, that looks good. So we're gonna let that. What I prefer to do is I like to let my spaghetti cook after I put my sauce in for about 5 to 10 more minutes. But here is what makes spaghetti delicious. I've eaten a lot of people's spaghetti, and being a cook and learning from my grandmother, you learn a lot of tricks and trades of cooking. So here I'm going to share with you one of the tricks of making your spaghetti taste delicious. As the young people say, we're going to make it pop. We're going to take it to another level. So in this container, I just have some sugar. And so all I do is I take about 2, as you can see, 2 handfuls of just regular sugar, just like that. And I'm going to put another one in, one more, just like that. And now we're going to stir that in to the spaghetti. Just like that. And nobody will know unless you tell them. But that's one of the tricks of making that spaghetti pop, giving it a little bit more flavor. And also, because I know I seasoned my meat, and I also season my noodles. I try not to over season, because whatever sauce I use already has a lot of seasoning, and so I try not to have it too overpowering. So as you join me back over at the table, I'm gonna shake the salad dressing up again, because it's already had time to sit a little bit. And let me get a fork. Let me turn on the counter stove, because I also told you, I like a little garlic bread. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes and cucumbers to my salad, just like that. And I'm going to go over here and put my toast. And I bought garlic bread that's already has the garlic butter and seasonings on it. And I'm just gonna pop it in my kitchen toaster. Ooh, I already got it real warm, as you probably can hear it sizzling. We're just gonna put that in for a few minutes. So we'll check to see who's joining us live. Again, we want to thank you for joining me in my kitchen each and every Friday. But today we switched it up because we missed on Friday. And so we thank you for joining us live. And so, I just want to thank Weeda Lane. That's my sister. She lives in Newark, New Jersey. I have a friend, two dear friends here, Maddie Scott. Thank you so much for joining. And LaWanda Foma. She's also from my hometown. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I appreciate that you took the time out of your schedule to join Soul Cooking with Tea. Now, as my bread is cooking, I want to take this time to say, if you have kitchen products, if you have aprons, if you have coverings that I can wear on my hair, or anything, cookbooks that you would like for us to share on Soul Cooking with Tea, at the end of this video, if you don't mind, in the feed, please leave your information, as far as I need to. If you could leave your email address, or you can inbox me, and I definitely will respond back to you, so that we can set up a time, so that we can talk to find out what products you have and how we can share your products here on Soul Cooking with Tea with our audience and get it out to the masses. And again, thank you for being here with us here on Saturday. So I got the salad dressing ready. So we're just gonna add a little bit to the salad. Just open the jar. Don't need much because it has a lot of flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a spoon, so I don't make sure I don't pour too much on my salad. Okay, just a little bit. Like I said, it's very flavorful, so you don't want too much. And remember, it will last up to a week in your kitchen. So just a little bit, just like that. Oh, it smells divine. I smell the bread. We're gonna set this to the side. There's our salad. And let me get another plate so that we can plate up some spaghetti. Ooh, the bread is almost ready. So let's go over to the stove and let's get some spaghetti. Okay. Hold that, Mr. Cameraman. It always takes two sometimes to work this thing out. Thank you. So here we go. We have our spaghetti. Oh my goodness. It is thick. It looks delicious, just like that. Put some meat on top of it. Ooh. Now. Oh my goodness. You all don't know, I've been waiting all morning to eat. Now let me get the toast out of the toaster oven. Let's get a plate. Ooh. I I am so ready to eat. I don't know about my family, but I am ready to eat this morning. I haven't had breakfast, and I am ready to eat this morning. So this is a quick meal that you can come in. It doesn't take long. Like I said, I don't like to hold you long, so I pre-prepped the meat and the spaghetti. Make sure you cook your meat until it's completely done. There's nothing red in your meat. Make sure you cook your spaghetti according to the packaging menu on the back. So here is our spaghetti, garlic toast, and our tossed salad with our special salad dressing. And also, a lot of times we have spaghetti, my family and I, and we also like to have wine. And so it's truly up to you what you like to have, if you want to have a red or if you desire to have a white wine. But this is our twist, and this is our lunch for today here in Soul Cooking with T. Again, I thank you for taking time out to join me each and every Friday that I'm on live here in the Facebook group. And like I said, if you have products that you would like for us to use on Soul Cooking with T, and you would like for us to share with our audience and get it out to others, please inbox me or drop your email under this video, and we definitely will get back in contact with you. So again, thank you for being with me today on another episode of Soul Cooking with T. I'll holla. Bye. Have a good day.